Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another Bag Lebowski, the Ballad of Bag Lebowski episode. In this episode, we're finally going to be diving into a bit of construction training so we can work towards finally storing the Dragon Axe from Wintertop and just kind of generally unlocking better capabilities from the POH and storage in general. So, with that, I hope that you enjoy, kick back, and relax. Alright, there we go. There's 80 farming. It's actually a pretty big thing because now I did get a spirit seed from from like a bird's nest or something, so I can actually plant that in my house. But I have to make a garden pie. I think, can you buy one? Boom, and there we go. We have a spirit tree in the POH. That is really, really amazing. Yeah, that's really big. It makes my journey to getting to a spirit tree much faster, because basically what I was doing right now is going here and running to there. And since I don't have the Varrock Diary 2 yet, can't go to the Grand Exchange. I could probably fucking knock that out, but I think that it might have like a something that I couldn't do. But that would be like the other fastest way, right? But now all I have to do is just boop. There we go. And then right here, and I'm already there. That's so easy. And then I can also teleport to my house that way too. So if for some reason I needed to teleport to my house, I could always do that as well. So yeah, that's really helpful. Oh. Here we go, there's 70 attack. I'm gonna move over to defense, I guess. Wow, okay, yeah, this is pretty fucking big, actually. I was pretty surprised when I saw this, but yeah, that's pretty fucking, that's amazing. I'm pretty sure this is useful. I think it's like useful at, it's like a 3-tick weapon or something like that, right? And so it's really good for I don't know, Theater of Blood or something like that. Yeah, that's big. Oh my god. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Yeah, it really was just like, I'm so shocked right now. Okay, I'm gonna go put this page inside the thing. Is this better for training right now? I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we're only missing one page out of the Armadyl book. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like the Armadyl book is like the one of the actually useful ones, isn't it? I mean, they're all not very useful, but as far as these books go, that one's probably like one of the most useful ones. Let's look at the collection log here. Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, pretty close, right? I also have no blessings, which is so funny. Okay, definitely was not expecting that. Just so random off of the clue scroller here. So, yeah, I'm gonna go put that inside the house. There we go, all stored away. Very cool. Oh, there it is. Yeah, a lot of good stuff, honestly. As far as like other useful things out of the easies, I don't think there are many. I mean, other than just pure fashion, you know? I think there's like a bob shirt thing that you need.
And here we are, we're just giving this dude 3,000 new lights, and with that, we actually have permanent access to the volcanic mine. So, never have to pay again, and whenever we want to come back here, it's already unlocked.
Hey, there we go. I got 70 defense. So I think that now, I don't know. I don't know if it really makes sense for me to train defense, you know, actively at this point. I think that a lot of like defense XP from here on out will mostly become passive, right? Because I don't think there's a reason for me to be training defense actively past 70, right? Like I need it for piety and et cetera, et cetera. But it's a long time before I will need to have a higher defense level. So my plan is I'm gonna get, you know, around 80 attack, and then not right now, but like 75 and then 75, and then I'll do strength. But my plan is to get to around 80 attack and then probably hold at 80 attack and just focus on strength. At like a certain point, probably likely before I hit 99 strength, I will get a whip, right? And the only way I can train with a whip is on either attack, defense, or shared. And so it's more than likely that I'll be able to get 99 defense like passively, right? But getting 99 strength is something I have to kind of like actively focus on. And also I'll be able to get, you know, defense levels through magic. You know, I think that just makes the most sense for me to focus on these two and leave defense at 70 for the time being, right? Maybe I'll train it up to like 80 at some point, but I think that right now it makes a lot of sense to keep it as it is. And with this one, that is 79 construction. And also, after this house, I can finally get the plank sack, which is like a huge upgrade for completing this. So if we go back to Falador here, I think I have enough points. Okay, just want to check that too. So, oops, if I go to rewards, yeah, I can get the plank sack now. Oh, I guess it was one more I did, but there we go. And that is very helpful because basically just makes this whole process much easier. So I think like if I go to, I don't even know how this thing works. Check. Okay, so if I buy planks here. Oh, wow, it just goes right in. That is so nice. Cool. Yeah, because before it was like I could only fit so many planks. Wow, this makes this process much faster. And also like it means that I can have more shit in my inventory and not have to like worry about it, right? So yeah, that is really helpful. Good to have that now. Pretty much like necessary for doing this at all like efficiently because before it was just so slow. But essentially what I do is I come over here, grab some steel bars, and I will come over here. I go to AJP. Come over here. There's a teak tree right. There's a bunch of teak trees right here, and obviously like the efficient, you know, elite gamer method here is to just like tick manipulate or whatever. But you know, I'm just chilling. I'm watching TV and whatever, and just kind of hanging out. And it's a very, very chill method, honestly. Just do another little birdhouse run here, and boom, there is 59 hunter. That means I can now make you birdhouses, so that's another little upgrade to the birdhouses. Yeah, it wasn't too bad there. Definitely just getting better at doing a story here. What did I get? More mahogany seeds. Wonderful. I guess I could plant that, and yeah, I mean, it's just like I have so many mahogany saplings, it's crazy. It takes such a long time just to like plant them all, you know? So it's kind of annoying, actually. Even though they are worth a lot of XP. Also, really can't hold on to these chrono seed things much. Pretty much have to drop them because I don't. What the hell? I don't have the space, right? I need to actually. Do I even? Let me look at something real quickly. I don't even have a place where I can plant this stuff, right? So I need to put that teak seed away. The calquat is done. Got a calquat seed yesterday. Alright, let's do this. Hey, there's another unique on from the beginner clues. I think that actually might be the full set now. Let me go look real quick. Not that one. This one. Let's see here. This is. Oh, yeah, that is the full set. Okay, cool. So now I can actually. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, there we go. That's so funny. It's I don't know, it's some fashionscape. I guess the hat's like pretty neat. I like the hat. It kind of reminds me of like the nurse's hat from that one quest. But yeah, the other ones, the shirt looks pretty janky for some reason. Don't know why. I think it's like the apron or something. Makes it look really weird. Not too shabby though, not too shabby. It's fun to get stuff completed, you know?
So, making this edit afterwards, kind of like, I feel like the rest of this video is, for more or less, just a really long rant and ramble. I feel like this is just kind of how I work through my thought process, and I don't know, it's really helpful for me to just like sound things out and figure out what is the best, you know, path forward. Because it's not exactly like always clear when you're on a UAM. Because you obviously want to get the stats or whatever, but you might not have like the resources to do so, and this and that, right? And there's a lot of other things that I want to be doing. So that's pretty much what most of the rest of this video is. It's just kind of me finishing off my construction training and, you know, working through what is the next, you know, steps directly afterwards, essentially.
So I am getting really, really close to 80 construction here, and I was looking, and I mean, I really do not like boosting, but at the same time, it's going to save me a lot of time in the long run to just get the fairy ring in my house, and you can boost, you know, do a +5 boost with stews. I've never really stew boosted before. And it's funny because I'm literally planning on you know, training my construction more, but I feel like if I just do that, get the construction level, you know, get 85 for the. Essentially, what I was trying to say is, I want to get 85 construction, right, to get the fairy ring in my house. And I feel like since I'm using the fairy rings right now to go and get teak planks, or teak logs, right, I feel like it would be beneficial for me to just get the, you know, get the fairy ring in my house as soon as possible. Of course, I can also get the mounted dig site pendant, and that's a 82 construction. I could easily get that, right? But I would really have to like hop world and do all this stuff, right? And I think that's kind of like a thing for another time. The question is like, do I wait and stop training construction at some point? What is the point at which I want to stop training construction here? These are all like the questions I have to ask ultimately here, because I think that I calculated it out, and I should have the construction. Okay, I should have the construction level. I mean, I should have the money to get to, I think, like 83 or 84, just about. And I do plan on getting, you know, thieving up, right? I want to get to like 94 or so. I mean, hopefully 99, but we'll see how bored I am with that, right? And I still really want to get my smithing up. And so, you know, it's just a lot of different stuff that I want to do, and really feel like I'm being pulled in like multiple different directions right now. And it's not like I have to do one before the other. I think the main reason to get construction up is to, you know, unlock different storage methods. Even if I just stop at 80, I effectively, I think, have pretty much every storage method that I can get, right? And so that's very important for this account. But it means that I would have to stew boost every time I want to make a master stash. And, you know, there's not a whole lot of master stash units that I need to make anytime soon, I guess. I guess that is something to consider here, right? Is that by stopping at 80, I'm actually kind of putting myself in a better position here, right? In that I'm not like wasting time, so to speak. There's going to be a lot of other things that make this process like much easier in the future, that I don't have now. And, you know, I don't know, I might as well just try it, see how it goes. Maybe I will just stop here at 80, and, you know, because I do want to move on to other things. I want to move on to training. I want to move on to like just other parts of my account, right? And I don't want this to, you know, hold me back from that. And I know that I will soon enough train to a point where I can much more easily do all this, right? I feel like I'm just really ranting right now, but I hope this is making sense. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the play at this point, right? Is if I stop at 80 construction, I am putting myself in a pretty good position to I can pretty much build everything that I need to build in the near future. I'm not going to look into all that right now. But if I stop at 80 construction, that means that I can build the clue storage stuff and pretty much have a nearly maxed house. I can get a fairy ring and spirit tree in the POH, which is huge upgrade. Pretty sure I can put like the portal nexus already in the POH. I think I could probably put the first two, but those are really expensive, right? And at a later point in time, I am gonna try and like push for 99 construction. But I think that having plank make and all this stuff will actually make, well, it might be like more sweaty and maybe slightly less enjoyable. It might also be more chill. Even if I had did the Prifddinas kind of oh, look at that, steel axe. Even if I did the Prifddinas kind of method that was like at teak trees or whatever, and using the thing there, that would be pretty chill as well, right? So I think that's kind of like my thought process here, is that while maybe it makes sense if I really just like boosting to wait on all this stuff, I think that realistically it's going to be easier for me to train this stuff in the future, and I feel like halting my progress for the sake of just being stubborn about not wanting to boost is a bit silly, right? So what I'm gonna do is just probably wrap it up at 80. I know this is a very long-winded rant about pretty much nothing, but kind of just game planning here, right? I still have so much more I want to do, right? And I don't want to be kind of held back right now. And also I just feel like my account is it's still stuck in the early game, right? I'm very close to being kind of in the mid game, and I'm just not quite there. And I know that my stats are quite high, especially now after just AFKing so much at sand crabs and everything, right? Or whatever they're called, ammonite crabs. It's even then, my stats are pretty getting up there, and I want to move on to doing bigger and better things, and this is going to be the way of doing that. You know what I mean? is 80 construction. Oh, I can also build all those altars. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to use the rest of these planks in the plank stack here. Also leaving off with like basically about 250 points. Pretty decent, honestly. And it takes 350 points to buy a plank stack. So, you know, whenever I do come back, I'm not going to be far off from getting a plank stack. Obviously, I'm kind of tempted to just like keep going for another 100 points, right? But my desire to, whoops, wrong house. My desire to, you know, keep going at this point is quite low, and I really want to just move on to other things, essentially. You know, I think there will be a time. Basically, the next time I train construction, I really do plan on essentially just getting 99 construction, because the construction skill cape is so good on a UAM that it's pretty much necessary, right? How many planks do I have left here? 16. Oh, I gotta talk to this person. And you know, if I do get planks here or there, like as a drop, like noted planks or something, I will just kind of use those as I go. And I'll probably stock up, you know, steel bars. You know, the next time I return to this, I will be much more prepared, and it'll be honestly probably easier to do it, right? Not that it's like difficult right now, but it's probably going to be a much smoother process in the future. It's kind of just a bit scuffed right now at the time, but you know, I might have like the hammer not in my inventory and this and that. Probably gonna like death bank and really make sure that I'm like fully set up for that. Yeah, I'm gonna reiterate myself, but that is the last construction contract, leaving us with about 250 points here. Pretty decent. Did about 150 contracts, and you know, with that, we can store the Dragon Axe, finally, which will be really nice. Not that I don't like having the Dragon Axe, but it'll be less, you know, pressure to keep it on me all the time, right? If I can go stew boost and do all that stuff. But I'm gonna figure out how to create all that stuff real quick. And until I do kind of create these stash units or whatever, I will just kind of hold on to this for the time being, because having something that keeps the planks out of my inventory makes my life easy, you know? Okay, so I just realized that I do not have the crafting requirement to craft birdhouses. I'm one level off, and oh wow, do I keep that? I mean, I might as well for now. That's crazy. Yeah, I can get that really fast though, right? I mean, I do have a lamp. I did complete a diary. I know this is terrible. This is a 2500 lamp. Oh. I know that I should use that on Herblore, but I'm sure. I feel like that's not a big. I feel like that's not that useful. on Herblore, hypothetically, when I could just use it on that. And then I could hop around. Okay, wait. Let me think here. I think, what if I do this? Bring that there. What if I come, I thought these were uncut. Is there a way to buy uncut gems? Oh wait, I can mine them. Yeah. Oh wow, look at that guy. Damn. Holy shit. The fucking mace. The obby cape trimmed. Ginger on bender. God damn. You just love to see it, you know what I mean? You just love to see it. It really is such a beautiful sight. Let me try this. I'm gonna go to Shiloh Village. I'm gonna try and mine a few gems. I'm just so close to this level that I might as well just try and knock it out here. This might get it. There we go. 60 crafting. That's pretty amazing because now I can actually go and, well, I can make this birdhouse, which is great. Don't know why that interrupted it, but that's really great. I mean, obviously I could have probably just like gotten boosts every fucking time or something. There's probably some kind of way to get a +1 boost, but I would rather just make sure that I have it right. Why is that not working? There we go. Yeah. But anyways, there is the level. Now I can make you birdhouses. And also I got this level beginner.
Hey, well, there we have it. We've, for the time being, gotten all the construction we need to get out of the way, and we are well on our way to some big POH upgrades in the next episode. I'm sure that nothing could possibly go wrong.